Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. I am your, as always, fast-speaking host, Midnight Sun, and today we are going to be doing something that I promised we would do a couple weeks back, but I was missing a key item, so obviously I would not have been able to go through here, because you need it. But now that we have it, the key item being the Silver Gauntlets, as you can see, they are now ordaining Harvey's arms in most fancy fashion. So now that we have those, we're going to be able to go in here and get all the way through it, as opposed to having to stop and say, oh, I guess we're going to have to leave this for next time, because that would have really sucked. Anyways, once Harvey decides to get moving instead of just sweating it here. By the way, yeah, he does react to the different climates, if you haven't noticed. Also, one thing that you may not have known, just because they're not in the direct line of where you need to go, these white-clad Gerudo, the white-clad ladies, they are not able to be stunned when you're originally coming through here, before you are a registered member. But yeah, they are not able to be stunned, so if you happen to get too close to one of them, you are screwed, and you are going to be thrown into the really easy-to-escape jail. So it's not all that bad, it's just, you know. Anyways, so it costs rupees to get in here, so you know this is not just a one-shot deal, or, you know, yeah. I mean, it is a one-shot deal if you finish it in one go, like we're going to do here. But if something messes up, you can repeat it. And I do believe that even though this is a Master Quest specific version of it, I believe that in the original version, it was possible to screw it up. If you unlocked doors in a wrong order, which was very important to unlock doors in the correct order, but if you did it in the incorrect order, I do believe it was possible to actually waste keys. So you would have to redo it. Then again, I think the only times that I've really finished it were when I actually got into all the rooms. Like, sometimes I would just forget about it, or I would say screw it, complete the game, and then restart the game. Like I have a habit of doing for some games. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to start off going the wrong direction. However, it's a really good example of what the Gerudo training... I forget it. I'm not even going to worry about pronunciation. Like, I usually have a pet peeve with pronunciation and grammar. Like, one of my friends, Mark, will tell you I've ticked him off a lot. Because while we're playing League of Legends, I correct his grammar. Anyways, but yeah, what happens in this place is basically for each room there is a challenge. Some of them are timed, some of them aren't. Some of them have to do with killing dudes. Some of them have to do with just you know, like completing puzzles. This one is a kill room. Originally we would have seen some Lizphos in here, and I think a Stalfos. But instead they have an Iron Knuckle, which is honestly more dangerous if you're not being careful. Because if you get stuck in the ground and you have been collecting hearts, that thing is going to kill you pretty fast. Fortunately, it drops some health, like they are prone to do once you kill them. And we're going to be able to go ahead over here and collect whatever the heck drops in this chest. Which is 5 rupees. And I'm always saying that 5 rupees is usually a placeholder. But actually, this time, it's a placeholder for something not that we, you know, already have and we don't need to have replaced, but actually something that they decided to take out of this entire wing. There are really only 2 wings that have any puzzles. I speed through this because I messed this up. But yeah, what you would do in this place is collect all the keys, and then eventually get to the doors, and you would unlock the doors. There we go, okay. Right. Actually, thinking back on it, I don't think it's possible to actually screw this up so bad that you can't do it, but you can reset it if you think you screwed up. Anyways, but I am going to screw up here, by the way. But yeah, what was I just saying? I was saying something. Anyway, I just lost track of that tangent completely, so I'm just going to go on to another one. Alright, this time I am going to complete this one. This is a timed collection thing, as you can obviously see. And... yeah, but, wow, I'm an idiot. I keep on losing my tangents today. This is a really good day. This is an awesome day. Anyways, so let's go ahead and, continue this, yeah. Now, this was always a room that had the silver rupees, except that it used to have, boulders that would roll down the hill, and you would have to avoid them, or hookshot over them in order to get a silver rupee, and that was the annoyance there. However, this time they've kind of replaced all the boulders with aspects from the ice cavern for some reason. I guess they were just kind of like, hey, you know what would be really awesome? Ice cavern stuff, yay. Like those things, those regenerating stalagmites, I think? Yeah, I think those are stalagmites. that you know, hang from the ceiling and then drop down when you're underneath them. They somehow know that you're there. And of course, there are the Blizzfos. There are lots of enemies in this game that have or something like that. Yeah, a lot of enemies in this game have the ending Fos. If anybody understands, is it just supposed to be like foe, like Stalfos? You know, Stalfos is supposed to be like Stalfos, because I'm beginning to wonder if like that's some kind of weird Japanese or some other weird language thing. Anyway, we have another limited time kill enemies room. This one with a little bit less time and a little bit more danger. There are a couple of Skulltulas and a couple of Stalfos. See, Stalfos again. We're gonna see another thing with Fos in this dungeon too. What the heck? Anyway, so let's get this up. Alright. Come on, big lion sword. Get rid of them quickly. Probably should have sped through this because it's a little bit boring watching me defeat Stalfos, you know? Oh, wait, never mind. There are 3 Skulltulas in this room. And I foolishly walk into 2 of them, I think. Yeah, 2 of them. There we are. Yeah, but as you saw when I messed up... Alright, I was talking about messing up. If you mess up in here, it's not too bad. You get sent back to the beginning of the room, the puzzle resets, or every enemy comes back, and you have less hearts. Like, you have 1 less heart, you know. It's not an incredibly bad thing to lose, you know. It's just that it takes up more time, which isn't an entirely bad thing to begin with, so... Yeah. Anyways, there's a reason why I got that blue fire. Oh, there's a reason why it's in this room in general. They wouldn't put this in this room unless you needed it at some point. And sure enough, there's that wall up there. As you can see, it's one of those that requires blue fire in order to burn down. I was originally doing this actually as a simulcast. I was thinking about posting it up like that. And at this point, I was kind of freaking out because I thought the final enemy was behind that wall, because, you know, like I said before, I always kind of go through these things in Master Quest a little bit blind, so I don't quite know where everything is like I would in a normal Ocarina run. So when that thing finally disappeared and they let loose the, you know, the "you have completed the puzzle" noise, I was pretty happy. I was like, oh, sweet, I'm not gonna lose. Cool. So that gives us another treasure chest, which of course is not going to give us a key because, like I said, they took out all the keys in this wing. First, though, I'm just going to inspect this room because there might be some shenanigans going on. I know that in like the 5 times that I've completed this thing in Master Quest, like this is always the room that I come to, and then I forget that I actually need the silver gauntlets, so I have to leave. So I always used to think there was something else besides that one hidden area. So I just kind of do that, you know, thing again because my paranoia is enormous. And I open up the treasure chest, even though I probably could have guessed I didn't need it. All right, we got us some arrows. That's okay. Also, I thought originally that the opening door was like behind this what's it called? Behind this block, because it looked like it. Like when it zoomed, it kind of looked like it was trying to direct my vision at this wall as opposed to up, where the door was actually being opened. So we're just going to go ahead and push this thing here. This block, which is far too large and is kind of silverish, so it's kind of giving you a hint there. Silver block, silver gauntlets. If they're not yelling it loudly enough for you, you're probably deaf. Anyways, so we get into this room here, which is completely superfluous. Funny fact, those little dudes there, I think, will keep on going until they hit you. So they would have kept on going, like, forever in those little things that they couldn't get out of. And now we're in one of my favorite rooms, because I like shooting the bow, and this is a bow-based puzzle, not a bow-paced puzzle. What's bow-paste? I have no clue. Anyways, so we are going to go ahead and hop down. Go ahead and hop down. Harvey, stop being so suspicious. This place actually isn't that hard. Yeah, actually, that platform starts moving immediately after you land on it, or actually once you just move towards it. It seems like it was moving while we were falling. But yeah, actually, it is kind of funny that this temple-ish, not temple, this area is not as difficult as if we had done it in the original Ocarina of Time, which I will, of course, put onto the LP page. What's that noise? What the heck is that noise? Oh, I think that was supposed to be the sound. Like, I think the sound of the platform moving, for some reason, was being muffled, because I heard the grinding noise every once in a while. I was like, what the heck was that? Anyways, so we do that, and a treasure chest falls down here. Treasure chest, which would have contained a key, but of course is just going to contain some bomb juice, which we could have used, but I don't. You'll also notice, if you were fast there, that even though I should be looking for crystal switches everywhere in this game because they'd love to hide them, for some reason I decided to miss it like 2 times. And when I finally thought, okay, maybe if I... Oh, okay, there it is, yeah. So there's the crystal switch that we need to hit, and for some reason I get the camera lost, and okay, there we go, there we go. Also, I decided to hit a place which will knock me back into the fire, so my brain power is absolutely enormous today. And I did do this today. Today being the 26th of February? Yeah, that's right. Because I needed to get my tuxedo sizing. Yeah, I'm going to be a groomsman at a wedding. Pretty exciting stuff. Anyways, wow, I just kind of say random facts about my life, don't I? I failed Italian in freshman year of college. There we go, yeah. That's the reason I'm still in college. Anyways, so we get into this room, which will be very important, but right now is not important in the slightest. There's a small chest over there, but we actually don't need to get that small chest, and I don't really know how to get to it anyway. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a way, but right now I don't care, because I kind of want to get down to that crate, because that crate is where the special item you can only get here is, well, it's where it used to be hidden. Like, when I saw that crate, for some reason, that was what finally tipped me off that this wasn't the exact same thing as in Ocarina of Time. Alright then, so now that we have completed this room for the time being, let's head through here, and we are going to have ourselves another time limit defeat the enemies room. This one here has an iron knuckle and some flame slugs. The first thing I decided to do was take the flame slugs out of the picture while we defeat the iron knuckle. By just, you know... Oh wow, it actually gave us like the dangerous battle music this time, as opposed to just, you know, normal battle music. As opposed, it's not really normal battle music, it was just the, actually this is normal battle music, like mini-boss battle music, I guess. That's the best way of putting it. Oh wait, no, there's that whole do-do-do-do-do. That whole thing. Now I'm humming and I'm still talking fast, and whatever. Anyway, we got ourselves a bundle of arrows, and also we need to find a way to get into the middle thing there. Oh yeah, I did catch a small glimpse when I was doing the simultaneous commentary on this. I would have noted that, like, I would have said like a few seconds before this. Did you notice it? Did you notice it? Because I noticed it. Anyways, that little thing there releases a treasure chest. And usually we would have had to like push some blocks and stuff, but instead all we need to do is just push that button right there. I would not be surprised if there was a time limit for how long that wall of flames lasts, but we finally get our first small key. So now you know that we were officially in a different wing, because we weren't getting any in the previous wing. Alright, then we enter this room, and we don't get any instructions, which is unusual. There's only actually been one room so far, the one that gave us the 50 rupees that I just like sped through at 600% speed. That's been like the only one so far. But this one here, actually this one here does have instructions. We just can't see them yet. Anyways, we need to try and get the silver rupees that you have by now noticed inside the little pillars of fire. So we're gonna have to go ahead and grab that. Probably would have been a good thing to smack that rusty switch just for good measure. But I didn't, so I didn't. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. I couldn't do anything about it. And come on, there we go. Okay, hover boots. The hover boots can get you a surprising distance, and they are extremely effective. The one thing that I really do need to say about this, like, Nintendo worked really hard in this area. This whole like little Gerudo. I told myself I wouldn't care about it. This whole area here to try and make you use everything at your disposal, like everything that you would have had from pretty much all of the dungeons, except for the Spirit Temple, or at least the adult half of the Spirit Temple. All of them are required here, and in fact, there might actually be something from the adult Spirit Temple, but if there was, I didn't see it, I didn't find it, and I didn't need it because I got through it just fine.
The one thing is, however, that there are no gold skeletalas or pieces of heart in here, so if you're going hunting for those, this is not the right place to check. I don't know why I wasted time doing that. Oh, right, because for some reason I thought that I wouldn't be able to reach that platform. Fortunately, the hover boots have a surprising distance, even if you don't manage to... Oh, dear. Okay. The good thing is that we solved the puzzle before that happened, so that actually means that we don't need to do it again. It also allowed us to get back up here, so that was actually more of a fortunate thing than an unfortunate thing. Okay, so let's wall up that rusty switch, and then we're going to waste some magic power because you can't cancel arrows. Originally I was thinking, oh, I'll just, you know, hop over there using, you know, boots and stuff, but then I remembered that long shot, you can hit unlit braziers like that, and the lit ones too, actually. Okay, collect the underwater gems. Oh, yay! An underwater portion. Nightmares of Skyward Sword. Alrighty then. Oh yeah, I never actually did that review for Skyward Sword. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Wow, I'm an idiot. The fact that if you swing your sword at them, they will die, but they will also hurt you. I would say, you know what, just because this little thing here, basically it's just a rupee collection, I'll give my general thoughts about Skyward Sword. Really, I thought that the system they put there, like the whole swords, the way you swung your sword, the way it really made you get involved in how all that happened, I thought it was a really good idea. I thought that like some of the controls were really well made. I just think that they should not have done. By the way, I love how much damage I take just falling down here because freaking water keys. Stingers. But yeah, basically, Skyward Sword was the kind of game that I really liked the story for. Like, I thought the story was one of the better ones. Mainly because Zelda actually had some personality. Like, that was something else. Usually Zelda is just kind of like, I am a princess, oh, by the way, I am generic Princess X, by the way, I also have magical powers. Which for some reason means that I need to be the kind of like, how are you doing, princess, as opposed to the hi, how you doing kind of princess, or something else. You know, her royal air made her a bit boring in some of the other games. But in Skyward Sword, even though she's got kind of a cliche role when it comes to her relationship with Link, she kind of, you know, it makes, the fact that she has some personality makes you really want to save her. It really does make you want to save her. I thought that the character development with the character Groose as well, I thought that was really well done. By the end, I was like, you know, pumping my fist every time Groose appeared because I thought he was a pretty cool guy. However, I didn't like the way that they handled the way you played music. I thought that after a little while, the way that, you know, the Wii Motion Plus would register you as swinging your sword as opposed to just moving it into position, you know, was just a little bit too fast. It would register as like, okay, I swung, great, I just lost like half a heart of health. That's awesome. And you lost hearts very fast in that game. That's another thing I have to applaud them for. They upped the damage, so they upped how much you really wanted to try and collect things like, you know, heart containers. Unfortunately, they also gave you, you know, something which made you unkillable for 3 whole minutes. Which made any boss fight that you popped it in just completely easy and dumb. So overall, I thought that the gameplay was lackluster. The overworld was really horrible. The disconnect that you felt with the other races, like, because they weren't really with you in your, you know, in this whole situation, in your plight. That's what it is. I was about to say plot. I was like, no, that's not the right word. So, you know, I thought that Skyward Sword had a good story when it came to the main characters, but like it didn't really have all that much feel besides that. I would have rather read Skyward Sword, I think, and just given Link some lines for once. I would honestly say that. I'm not... I mean, I've seen the way that Nintendo has mishandled things before. You know, Other M? Baby, 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 baby. Playing that drinking game is very intoxicating. Anyways, by the way, I should have been speaking here. This central section here, because we got through the whole thing where I was just running around and collecting stuff. Alright, so that whole central section, which the central door leads you to, is actually where, like, the, a big puzzle was introduced. The one where you need to use the keys, the proper way. Basically, the entire thing was that you went around, you did all the puzzles, you killed all the enemies. Eventually, you got enough keys to get into the central room of that little area. Unfortunately, I haven't gone through all of the right wing, sections yet. So, oh yeah, by the way, these guys are new. Dino False. See, another Fos. I'm pretty sure it was like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to mean foe or foes. You know, it's like one letter over on a keyboard from foe. So it's like, you know, I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to say. But yeah. So we're running around collecting keys so we can eventually get there. Although, actually, it's going to be a little bit more annoying than that. Also, Dodongo, and really, I think they could have made this room a little bit better if they hadn't only put one statue. Like, if there had been a statue in every single thing and, like, only 2 of them or so were actual enemies, that would have made it a bit more interesting. But, you know, what you going to do? We kill all the enemies, we get our key, we move on. This room actually was kind of tough originally. I think it was actually a silver rupee collection. No. All the rooms are still the same way they were. But it was kind of tough to get through this room. That's all I can remember. When I finally get around to doing the Ocarina of Time version, by the way, there are the instructions for this room. When I finally get around to actually, you know, doing the Ocarina of Time version, you know, obviously I can't collect the item per se. Like, I will collect it, but I just won't save this time, I swear. When I finally get around to doing it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, so, once again, fast-forwarding through opening all of these doors. Blah, 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 okay. And here we are. Rusty Switch? Rusty... Hey everybody, it's time to run back around. Well, I'm just going to skip over this whole thing because it's just a lot of opening doors and going through areas we've already been to without any of the puzzles or enemies. So, be right back. And now we are back. So here we are. We got through that long slog and we are in front of our treasure at last. I was doing kind of a build-up when I was originally just talking at the same time I was playing, so let's just go ahead and ignore all that and just kind of open it up, Harvey. Come on, do it. There we go, alright. So yeah, this fills in the last optional item that we could have gotten. The Ice Arrow. The Ice Arrow is actually a very interesting item. What's the proper thing? I think, yeah. Here's the thing. There's going to be another arrow that we collect, which actually deals out, which actually requires more magic to use than the fire and ice arrows, which both cost 6 units of magic. That one will cost 12. So it's kind of interesting, the fact that the ice arrow actually does the most damage out of all 3 of them. That's just a funny little interesting fact about that kind of arrow that maybe you didn't know, and actually I only found out about it recently. So while we're heading back, I think I'll just go ahead and wrap this up early. So what did we accomplish today? Well, we got through a slightly easier challenge course than the one we see in Ocarina of Time. I presented my opinions about Skyward Sword, a game which is definitely you should definitely play, but I think loses some of its replay value because of the blandness of the other races in the overworld. Just the enjoyment of the replay value isn't all that much. Like, I still have a hero version, like the more damage and tougher enemies kind of thing, that I kind of want to get through, but at the same time I really have no drive to get through it. Well, it's less drive and just more like interest, you know? Anyway, so I presented my review of Skyward Sword in a nutshell, basically. And now we are poised to do some cool stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to show off what the ice arrows are able to do. They aren't as necessary as the ones in Majora's Mask, but they're still pretty interesting. So, I hope all of you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time when we are going to go finish up the rest of the Spirit Temple. So, see you next week. Oh wait, no, not next week. I'm gonna be away from my equipment next week. Gosh, I'm being forced to be away from my equipment so much lately that I'm just gonna stop it right now and let you enjoy your day. Bye-bye.